Good morning. The things that I want to talk about today is a brand new course that Simply Learn is offering that can help you become a digital marketing certified associate. And I'm going to give you a sort of a preview of some of the content that we'll be sharing in the course. But first of all, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Greg Jarboe, and I'm also an instructor at the Rutgers Business School in their mini MBA programs in both digital marketing and social media marketing. And I'm also a faculty member in the Interactive Advertising Bureau's Digital Leadership Program. Now, I also have my own firm. I'm the president and co-founder of a company called SEO PR. We are an award-winning content marketing firm, and we've worked for a variety of different clients, and I bring some of that experience with me into teaching the DMCA course. Many times I will share an anecdote or an example of work that we've done to illustrate a particular point. I'm also the author of a book called YouTube and Video Marketing in Our Day. That's some of the content that I'm going to share with you today to give you an idea of the kinds of things that you'll learn about YouTube in this particular course. I write for several books, and I write about 2 blog posts a week, and I've been doing that now for well over 12 years, so that gives me about 1,200 different blog posts. If you are interested in doing a Google search, you'll find that I've written about a wide variety of topics over the last several years. And I'm a frequent speaker at industry conferences, and mostly in North America, in the United States and Canada, but also the United Kingdom, and I've spoken at other conferences around the world. And I'm featured in a book that Michael Miller wrote called Online Marketing Heroes. He interviewed 25 successful online marketing gurus. I was one of them, and so that's what I bring to the table. Hopefully some experience, a wide number of case studies that either I and my firm have been working on, or other people in the industry have provided, and I've interviewed them and written their stories for a variety of places. But that brings me to why you're here. We're going to be offering a new course on digital marketing. And part of the reason we're doing this is because the digital economy is growing incredibly rapidly. Last year, in 2014, about 40% of the world's population now has access to the internet, and that's up from just 16% 10 years ago. So the penetration of particularly using Wi-Fi devices in India has increased the number of people who have access to the internet. People are now spending more than 6 hours a day online, either at work or pursuing their own interests. And we now spend more time online with online media than we do offline, either watching television, listening to the radio, reading newspapers or magazines. So the world is shifting. And business recognizes this, and they're shifting more and more of their operations online as well. E-commerce is growing. The 2 largest markets happen to be China and the United States, but it turns out India is the 3rd largest market. It is growing more rapidly. The largest amount of growth last year in new internet users came from India. And so it's rapidly moving into that top tier, which makes India a particularly interesting market for a lot of different people, including, for example, Facebook and YouTube. I wrote an article in the Real SEO blog just a week or 2 ago talking about how India has now become YouTube's 2nd largest market. And that's because the U.S. is still its largest market. YouTube is blocked in China, as is Facebook. And so it turns out with the rapid growth of access to the internet in India, India is now YouTube's second largest market. And that makes it a particularly interesting one. Businesses spending more money online, businesses planning to spend more money online. So what does that mean to you? Well, this means that digital marketing is not just a growing field. More and more companies have got digital marketing budgets. Those budgets are increasing at a fairly steep rate. This year, according to the Gartner Group, digital marketing budgets are likely to increase 17%. And the consequence of that is that more and more companies are adding more and more jobs in the digital marketing space. So in the United States, there is a job site called Indeed, and if you look at it, you'll see over 220,000 digital marketing jobs, basically saying we're trying to hire people with this kind of background. In India, there is also a job website called Naukri, and you'll find over 66,000 digital marketing jobs on that website. So again, the jobs are there. And what's interesting is that Indeed did a salary data report and discovered that the jobs in digital marketing pay on average 82% more than traditional marketing jobs. So this is not only a rapidly growing area, it pays well. So we've structured this course to help you prepare for that kind of job. We'll give you an overview of where digital marketing fits in the overall marketing mix. We provide about 27 hours worth of detailed instruction on topics like search engine optimization, social media marketing, pay-per-click advertising, web analytics, content marketing, email marketing. We cover a wide variety of disciplines within digital marketing. And then we will focus on 4 projects. These projects are centered around key tools that we think every digital marketer will want to understand. One of them is Google Analytics, which is the way most people basically understand how the traffic to their website, what it did, how much they got, what people went on to, let's say, purchase a product or filled out a lead generation form. Another tool that we're going to focus on is Google AdWords. This is the world's most popular pay-per-click advertising platform. And we will talk about it and basically teach you how to use it effectively. We will also set up a Facebook page as one of the projects in this course for a business. We will do the similar thing for a YouTube channel for a business, and those are the 4 projects that we will take you through. And some of your own time is going to be involved in setting things up and getting things ready to go to market with a venture that you basically get to create yourself. You tell us what business it is that you're going to create, and you will create a WordPress blog and a Facebook page and a YouTube channel, and show us that you're ready. You've got some hands-on experience, basically adding web analytics to that site, getting ready to launch an ad campaign. That's almost most of the course, but we come back and we'll finish. The last session that we go through, we'll talk about digital marketing strategy and also managing a digital marketing campaign, everything from measurement to management. So all of that is included in the course, but I want to give you a sample. That's, I think, why we're here. Give you sort of a taste of the kind of information that you'll learn. And the information I'm sharing today is some of the content that we're going to be covering on YouTube. And the interesting thing about YouTube is that many marketers have been there themselves to watch videos, but they're not entirely clear on what the best practices are for using YouTube for their own marketing purposes. So I'm going to quickly show you 4 free tools that you can use to make videos. I'll talk to you quickly about the step-by-step process for setting up a YouTube channel for a business, which is, by the way, free. It doesn't cost anything to do that. It does take a little of your time, but it doesn't. You don't have to pay a fee to set up a YouTube channel. We'll talk about what it will take to launch, let's say, an advertising campaign on YouTube using their TrueView ad platform. And then I'll talk about some different ways that you measure results in this new medium. So it turns out if you download the YouTube app, which is free, it not only lets you watch videos or share videos with people you know, but it also has a feature that lets you record video. You can edit it with the app. You can add filters and music all inside the app, and then you can upload that video to YouTube. So again, getting started is incredibly simple. It's also free. If you've never edited a video before, that sometimes sounds daunting. It's not. It's a question of saying, okay, I've just shot something here. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to end? Do I want to use the sound that I recorded when I shot this? Do I want to add a soundtrack? All of which can be done from the app. If you're interested in a more powerful product, there's another one out there called the YouTube Video Editor. It is also free. And you basically can use it to create new videos if you want, or it can take existing videos you already have, trim them or clip them if you decide you want to cut off that boring beginning or that anticlimactic ending. You can edit your videos. You can also add music from a library of approved soundtracks. There's a number of special effects that you can use, and again, you can publish it to YouTube with one click, and that's that free option. Now, if you're more ambitious, if one of the things that you would like to do is create something that tells a story, then there is another free app. It's called Director. And what I like about Director is it comes with storyboards, basically outlines that tell you if, for example, you're trying to create a how-to tutorial, here's some ideas for the scenes that you might want to shoot. Here's when you might want to interview the expert. Here's when you might want to show the product. Here's how you might want to edit that finally. If you're going to add a narrator's voice, do that here. If you're going to move scenes around as you're editing it, here's how you do that. And finally, you can save all your footage. This tool is incredibly powerful. You can tell a wide variety of stories. There are hundreds of storyboards there to guide you through creating a wide range of different genres. And again, the app is free, and it was such a popular one, YouTube decided to acquire the company, and that's one of the reasons why they can afford to give this away for free. That's their business model. And then YouTube took a version of Director and it also makes it available for free as what is called the Video Ad Builder. So if you've never created a 40-second ad for your business, Video Ad Builder will give you some very simple storyboards so you can introduce your business in the first 10 seconds. This is just an example of that kind of storyboard. You know, basically state your name, talk about your business, And then in the next 20 seconds, share your enthusiasm for your business. What is it you do that you love the most? What do people who do business with you seem to appreciate the most? What makes your business different than some others? And then close with a call to action. Let people know that if they're interested in getting more information about you, where they can find that, online or where your shop is located. So again, building a video ad is pretty straightforward. If you download the free app, follow the instructions, use the storyboard to even structure your first ad. So again, a lot of tools are available. They don't cost anything. And if you want to create a channel, a YouTube channel for your business, we've helped a variety of companies do that. One of the companies that we helped recently was Thomson Reuters. So we've worked for large companies as well as smaller ones. And creating a channel is free. And getting started is, can take about 15 minutes. Where some additional time might go, however, is if you want to then take and customize your channel so it doesn't look like every other channel out there. And it turns out YouTube allows you to do a lot of customization. Again, at no cost, in the sense that YouTube is not charging any money for this, although it can take some time and talent to pull all this together. And again, we'll walk you through this, but basically you can create channel art that you can upload. It will look good on both desktop devices as well as mobile devices, and it can then give your channel a very unique look and feel, and that's part of what will set you apart. You can design a channel icon. And this is could be as simple as your logo, or it can be a small image that you create that lets people know, when they see your content around YouTube, that it's from you. One of the things that makes the YouTube channel very powerful is it gives you the option of, if someone is coming to your channel for the first time, you can show them what is called a channel trailer. This is like a movie trailer. This is your preview, your highlight, your introduction, the first video you want people to see. If they then go on and subscribe to your channel, then obviously when they come back, they're no longer a first-time viewer, so you get to show them something different. That's a what to watch next module to people who have been to your channel before. And what you can basically inform them of is, I've got a new video, you might want to check that out, or I've got one of my most popular videos, I'd like you to see that now. You can basically suggest to visitors to your channel what to watch next. There are some other tools that will allow you to create sections and playlists. All of these tools are for free. Very, very powerful channel management features. And it doesn't cost you anything. You just need to learn how to use them. And then if you decide, I'm ready to start thinking about advertising on YouTube, up until about September of this year, I would have to take you down a special kind of area that would teach you how to create YouTube ads. It was a separate art to itself, which explains why not as many people understand how to do this. Well, it turns out as of September of this year, YouTube and its video platform have been totally integrated within the Google AdWords platform, which is the most popular one in the world. And now if you want to create a video campaign, it's as easy, and you're using the same platform, the same tools, as you might if you were going to create a search ad or a display ad. Now all you do is basically say, okay, I want to create a video campaign. And it's now just a type of ad format, totally integrated within the AdWords tool. Now, even though it has been integrated, it turns out YouTube's TrueView ads have some unique features that give video some additional power that you won't find in, let's say, a display ad or a text ad in search. One of the things that TrueView does is it gives you this option called the in-stream video ads. And what will happen with an in-stream ad is somebody will want to come see a video. It could be, I want to watch YouTube Rewind, which is the highlights of the year. But before YouTube Rewind starts, an ad will appear. And the first 5 seconds of the ad will begin playing, and then a little button will come up to say, would you like to skip ad? That gives the user the ability to say, I don't want to watch an ad, I want to go straight and watch YouTube Rewind, and that's fine. If somebody hits the skip ad button, the advertiser pays nothing. But if the person does not hit the skip ad button and they watch your ad for longer than 30 seconds, or if your ad happens to be particularly short, let's say your ad is only a 15-second ad, then for the duration of the ad, or until they begin interacting with you and your ad, let's say they click on something in your ad, a link that will take them to your web page. If somebody interacts with your ad, then and only then are you charged. That's why it's called TrueView. Basically, you're only advertising to people who have chosen to watch your advertising. It is not intrusive. It is incredibly popular. It's incredibly powerful, but it has this feature that basically allows the users to skip the ad if they're not interested. And there's also a version of this, its sister, or its brother, if you will, called the in-display video ad. This doesn't appear before a video runs. It appears to the side of the video, generally over the area where related videos normally appear. And what is very typical in YouTube in a session is I'm going to watch one video. When that video is over, I'll look off to the right to see what other related videos I might want to watch next, and there's your ad. And again, you don't pay anything for it unless somebody clicks to watch the ad. Now, that then begs the question, okay, if somebody watches, so what? What does that do for your business? And it turns out YouTube has wrestled with that issue as well and come back with an incredibly innovative solution. One of the solutions that I'm going to share with you is called Brand Lift. And what YouTube will do for an advertiser for free, this doesn't cost any additional money. It's if you are running an ad campaign in YouTube and you decide, I'd really like to know whether I'm having any impact on increasing brand awareness, YouTube will take a sample of the target audience that you've selected. So I want to get, let's say, outdoor enthusiasts. Those are the people I want to show my video to about the business that I have that provides whitewater rafting trips near one of the national parks in the United States. So I only want to reach people who are into whitewater rafting. It's not everybody in the country. It's people who enjoy that kind of outdoor sport. Well, okay, then you basically target that group of people. And what TrueView enables you to do is to take a sample, a small subset of that target audience that you want to run your ad against, and it won't show your ad to that group. In other words, they are the holdback group. They don't see your ad. Most of the rest of the audience that you've targeted does see your ad. But 48 hours, 2 days after your campaign launches, YouTube sends out basically a survey to both groups, people who saw your ad, people who didn't see your ad. They ask a couple of quick questions about brand awareness, about brand preference, about ad recall, and then basically give you the comparison People who didn't see your ad, have this kind of brand awareness of you. People who have just seen your ad have a different degree. And what basically a number of surveys that have been done using this free tool have come back is the average company sees about a 17-point lift in brand awareness because they've run their ads on YouTube. So again, you now get a measurement, a metric that you can use to say, did we improve brand awareness? Yeah, and I can measure it, and it's scientifically valid. I'm not guessing, I'm not making estimates, I'm not calculating the number of impressions I might have had and making some assumptions. I've got now to demonstrate brand lift. You also can create hard data using website traffic. In the early days of YouTube, people would watch the video and then maybe a day later or a week later might actually go over and visit the client's website, but you couldn't connect those dots. It was hard to show that people watching a video had then come to visit your website. Now it's much simpler. Now what YouTube is offering is a technology it calls cards, C-A-R-D-S, cards, sort of like a deck of cards. And what that is basically a link that can appear on the video that people can click on and go to a variety of places, including your website. So you can now drive traffic from a video straight to a landing page on your website where you may have products for sale or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So driving traffic is now not only measurable, it always was measurable, but it is now simple for the user to take advantage of. It's not obscurely hidden away somewhere down in the description. So that is a game changer. And then when you get to your website, one of the things that Google has done is make it a lot easier to track what are called conversions. Not just I got a visitor to my website. They came, they looked, they wandered around, they went away, I have no idea what they did. Now you can actually begin to say, okay, how many people who came to my website from any number of places, including YouTube, went on to, download a white paper, subscribe to a newsletter, fill in a lead generation form, do some on-site e-commerce, download an app, make a phone call, any number of different kinds of, quote, conversions. And that, again, is a game changer because now you're not just measuring traffic, you're beginning to measure, frankly, business. And that makes it incredibly more valuable. And that also enables you to then begin calculating the return on marketing investment. This is one of those things that people have been wrestling with for about 20 years. How do you calculate this? Well, it turns out there's a formula for calculating it. We will go through that in this course. And by the way, if you can now measure not just the traffic that you're generating, but the conversions that you're generating, you can begin calculating the revenue that a particular campaign is producing, and you can then look at the cost of creating that campaign and doing basically the calculation to say, okay, this was a profitable campaign. It didn't just build brand awareness. It generated traffic, it generated leads, it generated sales, it generated revenue, and it did all of that cost effectively. We made money on this campaign. Now, before we end, I want to give you one bit of advice. We're going to try to train you and get you prepared to not only take a certification exam, but also to turn in 4 different projects that demonstrate that you've learned all of this. But you're at the beginning of a very long journey. I think it's a really rewarding one. I think it could be an entire career. But one of the false assumptions I just want to deal with up front is, quote, you can't learn it all in 48 hours and never have to learn anything ever again. This is a rapidly changing field. To give you an illustration of that, I just wanted to show you this data point. When I started writing the first book on YouTube back in 2008, there were about 15 hours of new video content uploaded every minute to YouTube, which meant I couldn't watch it all. There was no way, but nobody could watch it all. And so people had a variety of ways of finding the kind of content that interested them. Well, that was 2008. This year, in 2015, 7 years later, 400 hours of new video content is being uploaded to YouTube every minute. And this means that as you are learning how to be more adept at YouTube marketing or any part of the digital marketing mix, so are a lot of other people. You have a lot of competition. It raises the stakes in the game. It means you have never learned enough. You always need to learn more. Things change, and you need to change along with them. So you will begin this journey. We will help you get started in this field. We will give you the foundation as long as you understand that it's not over at that point. You're in a very fast-changing, fast-growing business that will require you to stay up to date. Basically, it's a fun industry to be in, but it's not a slow-moving one. And I want to conclude this with a story of a small company that took YouTube marketing and helped turn its little business into a multi-million-dollar business in a short period of time. The name of this company is OraBrush, O-R-A-B-R-U-S-H. And they were founded by a gentleman named Dr. Bob Wagstaff, who had invented a tongue cleaner. Yeah, that's right. Who knew that you could clean your tongue? I mean, there are toothbrushes, people understand that. There is mouthwash, people understand that. This was something different. This is a tongue cleaner. And the reason he created this is it turns out most of the germs come from your tongue, and those are the germs that give people bad breath. So if you want to cure bad breath, you need to clean your tongue. And that's not something everyone does yet. They haven't gotten into that habit. It's a whole different kind of idea. And he found that nobody wanted his product. He would try to get retail stores to put it on their shelf. They didn't want to put it on their shelf. He tried to sell the patent to this invention to some of the big companies out there. They didn't want to buy his patent. At one point, he even bought television time, created an infomercial, and tried to sell his product direct on TV, and he ended up spending about $40,000 buying the television time, and he only sold a small number of his products, and each product only cost about $7. So he lost a lot of money. It wasn't working. So he went to a marketing course at the university near him in Utah, Brigham Young University, and he basically said, is there anyone here who can help me? And there was a student in the back of the room, Jeffrey Harmon, who basically said, well, have you heard of YouTube? And he said, no, I haven't. And Jeffrey said, well, it could help you. And so Dr. Bob basically said, look, Jeffrey, I've noticed that you've come to school today on a bicycle, but you're in your 20s. I'm 76 years old. I have a vintage motorcycle, which I can't ride anymore. I'll make you a deal. I will trade you my motorcycle if you'll put together a marketing plan on how I can use this YouTube to sell OraBrush. And Jeffrey did the deal. Jeffrey said fine, and he got a friend of his to sort of act in the video. He got another friend of his to write a script for the video. It cost $500 to create the video. $300 went to the script writer. The other $200 was for like equipment and things like that, but it cost them $500. But they created this video, a very funny video, called the bad breath test, how to tell when your breath stinks. And if you look down underneath, you'll see that it has almost 24 million views. And what is more significant is it helped Orabrush sell 1 million of its Orabrush tongue cleaners at $7 each. So again, a $500 bit of marketing helped the company make $7 million in revenue, and it put the company on the map using video. And they didn't stop there. This would be a great story all by itself, but they didn't stop there. They also decided that it would be a lot more effective if they could get retail shelf space. And the biggest retailer in the United States is a company called Walmart. They've got 3,500 stores right across the country. And so Orabrush did something also pretty amazing. They created a video for one person. It's called an unlisted video. You can't watch this video unless you are sent the URL to the video. If you get the URL to the video, and it's right there at the bottom of the slide, then you can watch it, and only then can you watch it. You won't find this in search. You won't find it if you go to their channel. It's unlisted. But in this unlisted video, Orabrush basically told the buyer at Walmart, here's why you should stock our product on your shelves in all 3,500 of your stores. And what Orabrush was hoping for is that the buyer would say, okay, let's have a meeting. Why don't you come into Arkansas here where we're headquartered, and we'll talk about this, and we'll have a meeting. Well, it turned out there was no meeting. Orabrush didn't get that call. What they got instead was an order for several hundred thousand, 735,000 Orabrushes. And oh, by the way, can you distribute them to our 3,500 stores? And oh, by the way, can you do that in about a month? And so all of a sudden, a video created for one person, but the right person, engaged that person, generated the order. And so even without getting millions and millions of views, you can see this video now has 56,000 views. Why? Because it's been used as a case study in a lot of courses that I've been teaching. So I've been sharing this with a lot of people. I shared the unlisted, basically URL there with you. But what this basically, you know, a video for one person basically got Orabrush into Walmart. And then something really funny started happening. Some of Orabrush's customers said, this is great, it's, you know, curing my bad breath, but is it safe for me to use with my dog? My dog has bad breath. And the answer is no, that's not an appropriate use of this product, but that was also a signal that maybe there was a market for a new product that would basically help cure dog bad breath. So Dr. Bob went back to work. He invented a new product. And basically, it was a great concept, but nobody knew if there was actually enough market demand for it. So how do you find out, are there enough dog owners that would actually use this if we brought this product to market? Well, Orabrush tested it, and they tested it in a number of different ways. One of which is they went to Indiegogo, a crowdsourcing site, and said, look, if we can raise $40,000 in initial orders, then we'll go develop this product. So raise your hand, donate some money. If we get enough money, we'll go build this thing. Well, they didn't just raise $40,000, they raised $60,000. So they brought the product to market. And then they tested it, and they tested it, and they changed the way that they targeted this product, because where do you find people who might purchase it? I mean, what is the profile of that audience? So they had to do some experimentation. They experimented with different content. What happens if we get a third-party testimonial? Does that help us, improve? And by the time they were through with their testing, they'd finally found a way not just to get people to watch the video, but to get people who watched the video to place enough orders so that they can make a big profit. And so they launched the product, and within months, they basically were able to generate about a video with about 4.3 million views that generated over 75,000 orders from people for this new product that would cure bad breath in dogs. And they made over $2 million selling that product literally in less than a year after testing it and bringing it to market. So again, kinds of things that you will learn here are lessons that you can apply. Little Orabrush has done it. They are now a multi-million-dollar company. They have a big product line, and those are the kinds of stories that we'll share with you. But we're going to cover a lot of other things as well. We're going to cover search engine optimization, social media marketing, pay-per-click advertising, web analytics, content marketing, email marketing. This is just, today is just a sample of the kind of content that you'll learn. We will dig into different tools. So in addition to YouTube, we're also going to look at Facebook and Google Analytics and Google AdWords. And you're going to work on some projects in addition to the material that you'll learn in the course. And we hope to get you ready for a number of different certification exams, one of which is the Online Marketing Certified Associate, the OMCA test. Normally it costs money to just take the test. That is bundled into your course. So if you take the DMCA course through Simply Learn, that fee for that certification test is paid by Simply Learn. We also get you prepared for other certification exams that Google or Facebook or YouTube offer. And, you know, that's our goal. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get you job ready. It takes about 6 weeks to take the course. There's an element of the projects that you can turn in that can take up to 3 months. That's at your pace. We understand that some of you, have a day job already. You're trying to do this at night or on weekends to get ready for your next career. And so we try to provide you with that kind of flexibility. And we really want to give you the skill sets so you can get into the ground level. Although this is a rapidly growing and changing field, as I mentioned, and so you're sort of catching the tiger by the tail. But we think it's going to be an incredible journey. We think it'll be a great career, and that's what we're trying to prepare you for. And if you decide that this is the kind of course that will help you on your way, please sign up. Thank you very much for your time. I think we'll call that a day.
Hey, want to become an expert in digital marketing? Then subscribe to the Simply Learn channel and click here to watch more such videos. To nerd up and get certified in digital marketing, click here.